Hello, hello, and welcome back, my melodies. We are checking out the Pokemon Battle Academy board game. We just got this past week, the 2024 edition has released, so now we have EX decks. So we have Armor Rouge and Darkrai EX decks, as well as there's almost always a Pikachu. I assume it's an EX deck as well. But these kind of products. There's a couple different Battle Academies out here. This one's 2024, so the newest rules, the newest kind of types of cards, and just what I think is the second best way of how to learn and play the Pokemon Trading Card Game. So you can see play level is level 1. Hopefully that is in view up here. So play level number 1, these will be filled up as you get to higher and higher play levels. Some of the decks, some of the building battles, it'll tell you how complicated it is. So play level 1, entry level, there's it's the basic rules of the game. There's some details about like interactions, but it mainly is about leveling or attaching energy and taking prizes, knocking out your opponent's Pokemon, making them faint, all of that good stuff. And I believe this is the product that is the second best way to learn the Pokemon Trading Card Game. Like I said, if you want to know my first way, number 1 way of learning the Pokemon Trading Card Game, at least in my opinion, hang out to the end of the video and I'll let you know some fun news, and I'll let you know how I think you should learn to play, but there's no wrong way. So as long as you're learning, that's the whole fun part about it. Now you're going to have everything you need in one of these boxes to get started. 2-player game, of course. There is a lot of reading and a little bit of math involved, so people, Pokemon recommends that you need to be 6 and older to be able to play, but there's no age limit. If you want to learn, or if you're a board game collector, I have a lot of board games. That's why I buy these. It's a great introduction to the game, and you can stop there. You can just play with these decks and be happy. You don't have to get into the collecting or anything like that, trade values, etc. But it's definitely a good gateway, in my opinion, to enter the fun world of the Pokemon Trading Card Game. I mean, people who really don't know anything about Pokemon, it's a way to get started, and that's a way that I definitely recommend. You get it's a good entry point for those that aren't initiated, don't even know the characters or anything. This is a good spot. So I'm going to be a little bit more of kind of a professor in today's video. We're not opening any mystery packs or booster packs today. So if you know how to play, or if you've already seen this product, then feel free to go watch something else, but you are also welcome to hang out and see what's in here and see why I like it. So, like most other board games, you're going to come with a playing board. I'll open that up here in a second. Very useful. It has a lot of fun stuff. We have this kind of starting out, read this first because they want you to kind of follow through and understand. There's a little bit of setup where you're popping out some of these cardboard tokens and etc. But there are 2 different decks that you get to play with. It looks like Darkrai might be the extra one, and you're playing Armor Rouge versus Pikachu as the setup. We'll go ahead and open that up. There's nothing else over here. But first things first, right? You choose which deck guide you want to do. Here's a rules reference for the rest of it, but there's a full-on tutorial. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Pikachu tutorial guide, and it says, match it up with this deck. You can see here it is, player number 2, Pikachu, and it's a tutorial guide, and it will walk you step by step. Very first time that you want to play, you don't want to shuffle, or if you want to reset, I'll show you where the numbers are down here, and it tells you about your journey. You are a Pokemon trainer. Don't shuffle your deck. You can go ahead and play. It talks about setting up play, where you put your cards. You have your deck, your discard, your basic for your active, and then you have your bench and your prize cards. All the things that are part of setup. all of the different details. Then it walks you through your first turn. And if you're playing against the other person, the other guide kind of walks you through it. This is a full-on tutorial and talking through what can you do, what can't you do, and all the different rules involved. What the different cards are. This mainly talks about what you want to do during your turn, and then continue to play the rest of the game. So this guide, and then you can also have the other side of the tutorial. It's a 2-player game. You both get a tutorial while you play your first game, and the decks are ordered so that you know, like, it knows the cards that are going to be coming up for you. Continuing to show what is in this this deck, you always get a fun coin. Let me see if I can get this oriented correctly. So if you are a coin collector and you do collect all the coins, these are the boxes. You can only get these like 3-party ones. So you can see the Armor Rouge, Darkrai, and Pikachu. Because it's the 3 combo, you can only get these coins in these types of boxes. I think that's probably where the coin's going to go. That's where you would pop out your damage tokens. So a lot of the decks and stuff will come with a smaller sheet of this, but since there's 2 players, these are all little cardboard tokens. These are great damage counters. Of course, you can level up. You can get some of the dice. You can get some of the Japanese accessories have little like jewels, little plastic or acrylic tokens that mean 10, 50, and 100. But that's always a good option. You do have a code card. I'm going to take this code card because I want the coin online. So I'm going to go ahead and not show you guys. I'm keeping that one for myself. I don't want to buy another one of these. But we have the 2 different decks. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the Pikachu deck since we've been talking about it. But assuming all of these can fit, so you can fit multiple decks in here. I will say the one thing that I wish kind of came with these were sleeves, because right now you're going to be playing just with the raw cards, and I feel like I like to sleeve anything else up. And then let's just double check. I don't think there's anything else correct. In one of the older boxes, there was like one of the deck boxes was underneath the initial stuff, and you couldn't see like the Mewtwo or something. But let's go ahead and put all this stuff. Oh yeah, I want to show the board as well. Put this over here, and then we'll get into the rest of it. Let's see, should open up one of these ways. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm not going to be able to put the whole thing on the screen, but you get the idea if we get to one side of this. Yeah, let's go ahead. I know, that wasn't going to work too well. Let's do it this way. Okay, so hopefully that is not too disorienting. We'll see. Hopefully it's all on screen as well. But this is one of the fun parts. So you get the board, you get a game board that walks you and talks you through the different stuff. So it has the logo, Battle Academy. It's 2 players, but it has a place to put, see if that leans, okay. So it has a place to put your deck. This is where you're gonna be putting the things that you can draw, discard. It has little helpful hints. It also has this, what can you do during your turn? And it's very good, like bookending, learning the rules. You start your turn by drawing a card, but then you can do a whole bunch of different actions, and you can do some things one per turn, some things you can do multiples per turn, and then you end your turn by attacking. And as soon as your attack finishes and resolves, it will go to your opponent's turn. And then we have prize cards over here. As soon as you get to knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon, you get to take a prize, and that's one of the win conditions of the game. Anyway, the tutorial and like walkthrough, it's so good. I definitely, yeah. This is one of the better ways to learn how to play the game. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck. Now, of course, it's going to be showing off the special card of the set. I think you all get one like EX card that's part of the deck that is really kind of special and fun. This is a promo card, and it's stamped because it's number 60 in the deck. You're not going to get to it in the first tutorial game. You'll get to it when you get to shuffle and stuff. But Case in point, the tutorial will walk you through. It'll say draw 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, and you put the deck over here, and then you'll get to see it knows what you're doing because they're all numbered. So these are part of, these are part of other sets. These are all going to be silver bordered. Yeah, it looks like silver bordered. And it's to walk you through a typical game. You got Voltorb here. This is actually from Paldea Evolved. You can see the set down here, but it will have this stamp. So when you're out there trading and you're seeing other cards that are in bins, you can see, oh, this was a stamped card. It came from one of these Battle Academies. This one looks like it's the Mareep that was a promo. Actually, it says 107. That's interesting. Maybe there's more than... Maybe there's more than ways to get these, but if you want a stamped and a stamped and you like to collect promos, apparently you need to buy one of these boxes. I didn't realize, but I'm going to be quite happy. That's a promo as well with that Flaffy. That might be fun. These are very playable cards. The backs are correct, so you should be able to put these into any of your decks that you want to play, from standard and other formats as well. These are allowed. Now, some of the cards that are printed, like the Worlds decks or any of the winners from Worlds, those have a different backing. They usually have like a white border or a special artwork. Those are not playable in standard, but anything with this blue Pokeball pattern is playable. So all of these cards are very playable if you want to go in and do a standard tournament with them. But you will see they are each numbered. If you have a favorite stamped number energy, you could try and collect more of those. Let's go ahead and see what the other ones. We got normal training cards, trainers, Pokemon. I'm curious to see. Okay, so all of them are, all the Mareeps are a promo. All the Flaffies are a promo. Oh, we got Miraidon, which is a promo, number 148. I'm assuming that they are not hollow. Oh, Picnicker. There we go. I had a feeling that Picnickers would be in the Battle Academy, and they are. Of course, there's promos with a stamp now. Okay, so if you really are collectible. Oh, okay. So the whole Flaffy and then Ampharos line is a promo in this set. Okay, so none of the trainers. Electric Generator is a very powerful card. That's pretty good. So if you want to play these, if you want to play an electric deck, this is probably a really good starting point. Nest Balls are very, very playable. More Picnickers. You got a Picnicker number 20-something and a 40-something. Well, there's so many promos in here. I'm gonna have to check the older versions of the of these Battle Academies, because I didn't realize that there were so many promos. I always felt like the EX cards that you get, and Ampharos EX, Pikachu EX, and the Darkrai EX, those would be the promos in these boxes, and then the coin would be the reason you want to get it if you're already a collector. But there's other collectible items that are like, do you need a promo with the right stamp in your collector if you're being a master set collector? That I don't know. Let me know down below if you're with me and you're an existing collector. Do you need all the different variations to be a true master set of the promo sets? I think you do. So maybe I'll talk with Nate and let him know, hey, there's promos with multiple stamps. So if you're going to be thorough in your Pokemon card library, you might need all of them. But anyway, this is why I say this is like a great product to go out and buy. I'll put these back in. I do, when I buy these, and I try and get them into my board game collection room, I do sleeve up the decks so then they don't really fit in here and they don't really fit back in the box. Have to get a deck box for them, because once you sleeve it, it adds a lot of, not a lot, but it adds width to the cards, and they don't usually fit back into the box themselves. But yeah, there you go. That is the Pokemon Battle Academy. It is my second recommended way of learning the Pokemon trading card game. And now, if you're with me and you've been waiting, the number one way that I suggest you go learn the Pokemon trading card game is to go find a league or an event where you can do some learn to play activities. Our league that you come out to called the Danger Room in Anderson, Indiana. If you come out any of the Wednesdays, either the store owner or I volunteer a lot, so maybe you can ask, is Mark available to do a learn to play? There's kits and cards that allow you to walk through it, and I'll walk you through first turns. I'll tell you about what each card does and the makeup of the card, when you want to play them and other stuff. So I will do a hands-on training. Those are pretty much every league you go to. Ask somebody there, they will do it. Some leagues don't have a good learn-to-play professors available, but find a league that does, or you can go to events like PAX or coming up here in August. August is going to be the Gen Con here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Gen Con is one of the biggest board game conference conventions, etc., in the entire world. I think it's the biggest here in North America. A lot of fun board games, a lot of fun other stuff, but the Pokemon booth will have learn to plays there, and I'm still waiting to hear back, but I should be volunteering at the Pokemon booth this year. So if you come out to Gen Con and you want to do learn to play, I might be one of the professors that get to help you learn how to play out here in Indianapolis. So if you're out and if you see me, I'll be the big redhead guy, most likely wearing one of my flat caps, newsboy caps, however you want to say, page boy caps. Probably wearing one of those hats, but I'll be there either as an attendee, just hanging out, or I'm going to be volunteering at the Pokemon booth, so you can come say hi. And yeah, if you want me to sign something, I probably won't have my trade binder with me since I'll be working mostly, but come out to the Pokemon booth, say hi, hang out, all that other good stuff at Gen Con. I love Gen Con, and I try and do it every single year, especially since it's local. I get to, come home and sleep in my own bed and then go back out and do some more work. But it's worth every single second getting to see people's faces and happiness and just, the joy. Pokemon brings me so much joy. I like sharing that with all of you. So thanks for hanging out and checking out the Battle Academy. Definitely recommend it as number 2 way. If you're going to have to learn at home, grab this and pick this up. But it's always more fun when you get to come out and learn in person at a league or at an event. Come out to Gen Con. we'll have some fun. And there's more than the learn to play at Gen Con as well. There's going to be a lot of different formats. One of my favorite formats as well of the raids. Then you can do, I think there's going to be building battles and different standard tournaments and pre-built decks versus, and you earn points and there's a prize wall. There's so much fun to have. So come on out and hang out. Until then, remember to keep singing the song in your heart. And in the end, a little music goes a long way.